Take the Enneagram next, they said. Well, all right. I have taken the Enneagram test before. It has been a number of years. This test has kind of infiltrated itself into religious circles. I don't know how that became a thing, but I know that a lot of especially evangelical Christian groups love the Enneagram. They latch onto it, which we're going to talk about soon. I actually have been delaying videos on this channel because I get in these situations, and maybe we'll determine these things about myself as we take this personality test in just a second, that if I have an idea, but I'm scared to approach it, or that's what it is in this situation. I'm a little bit scared to approach it, then I don't move forward because I know in my heart of hearts that I need to make that video, but I can't bring myself to make that video, so I can't make other videos. So you're lucky you're getting this Enneagram video because I want to do a video about my evangelical upbringing and where I am today after that, and just kind of the last 30 years of my life. We'll get there. Let's talk about the Enneagram first. I strive for perfection. I don't know if I strive for it necessarily. I don't want to, like I said in the Myers-Briggs test, in the perfectionist test, I don't want to be perceived as someone who messes up, but I don't necessarily strive for perfection. So I'll put it right in the middle. I work hard. I don't like how this looks. It's very abstract. I wish this was a round circle. I work hard to be helpful to others. No, not typically. I will be helpful to others, but I don't work hard to be helpful. It is important to me that other people like me. Yeah, it is. It is important to me to achieve great things. I don't necessarily want to achieve great things. I want to be stress-free, taken care of, but I don't need to achieve great things. So we'll put it in the middle. I make more significant contributions than the average person. I sit in front of a screen all day and talk about sports most of the time and make videos. I wouldn't say that that's a significant contribution at all. I feel my emotions very deeply. Yes, I do. I have a sense that other people will never truly understand me. Sometimes, yes. Yes, I do. That is an accurate depiction of who I am. Yeah, I think deeply about things. I do indeed. I am prepared for any disaster? Any disaster? Any? No, not any. But I'm pretty well prepared for most disasters, I would say. It is important to me to avoid pain and suffering at all times. Yes. What? People are out there searching for pain and suffering? Give me a break. Let's move forward. This one's longer, so this is 2 out of 11. I apologize. Watch it in 2 times speed. I seek out experiences that I know will make me feel happy or excited. I see the positive in every situation. I'm going to go as far as to say that that is wholly inaccurate. I am often a cynic. I am not afraid to tell someone when I think they are wrong. I am afraid. Doesn't mean I won't do it, but I am afraid typically. Inaccurate, not. Yeah, that makes sense. The double negatives. I hate the double negatives on these personality tests. I let other people make the decisions. Depends on the situation. I like to make the decisions. I would prefer to make the decisions, but I'm okay with giving up control if I think that I do not belong in the place of control. I appreciate having rules that people are expected to follow. Yes. I am concerned about security more than anything else. I'm going to say that's fairly accurate. Security, not necessarily of like, make sure my ADT monitor's on downstairs so nobody walks in, but just like security of being warm, safe, healthy, that kind of thing. I think a lot about what will happen in the future. Unfortunately, yes. I don't fit in with ordinary people. What's ordinary? At the end of the day, what's ordinary? I can fit in. Like if you're thinking of like who was at the inauguration in the front row in front of the cabinet, I don't know if I'd fit in with those guys, but in the middle. There is rarely a good reason for changing how things are done. Give and take. I could go both ways. I always finish my chores. Yes, but not super yes. I am always trying to be a better person. Probably not. I carefully check for mistakes and errors. Carefully? That was one of my worst things about school is I never proofread my papers. My parents would always just, you're making careless mistakes. Why are you doing this? Go back and proofread. So probably not. I like to be around people who I can help. I like to feel that am an important person in my social groups. I like to feel that way. Yes, I do. It is important for me to be successful. Again, it is important for me not to be a failure. It is not necessarily important for me to be successful, but because I do lean in that direction, we'll put it slightly. The organizations I belong to would not function well without me. I don't belong to organizations. Like my family's not an organization. People would be fine without me. I often feel overtaken by my emotions. Overtaken is a strong word. I understand them and I feel them strongly, but I also feel like I can manage them. We'll put it in the middle. I have always felt different from other people. Yes and no. Uh, yes and no. Yeah, I think there are people who feel more different than other people, but how about this? I can tell when I feel different from other people. We'll say that. I like to analyze things from every angle, absolutely. I always have a plan for what I would do if things go wrong. Yes. Yes. I avoid situations that bring up negative feelings. Yes. I seek excitement. I am good at seeing the bright side of things when others complain. No. I'm getting better at that. We'll give myself a little benefit of the doubt there. I do not hesitate to call people out when they are behaving badly. It's none of my business for the most part, but maybe a little bit. I go along with what other people want. Sometimes, again, if the pushback would draw negative attention on myself, then I'm not going to push back. But if I feel like it is safe to push back, I will put it in the middle. People should follow the rules instead of doing what they feel like doing. Yeah, probably. To a degree, to an extent. I seek out relationships that offer me some type of protection. Never really thought of that. I would say that's here or here. I think it's one or the other. I just remembered I was supposed to do a video first. We'll get to that later. We'll put it in the middle. I can clearly visualize what could happen in the future. Yes. Average people find me a bit weird. I would say that growing up, I would say for most of my life, weird has been an adjective to describe me. So yeah, I like to do things as I've always done them. Again, I'm changing that a little bit. Growing up, I would have said yes, but as I get older, I see value in trying things differently. I persist until a task is done. Not quite. I spend time trying to discover and correct my faults and weaknesses. No. I hold myself to very high standards. Probably not. I'm a natural caretaker. In the middle. I want people to admire me. Yes. I want to achieve a lot in my life. No, not really. I just don't want to fail. Guys, get it. Get it through your heads. If I am honest, I feel that I am a bit better than if I'm honest, I feel like I'm a bit better than other people. I don't know if I'm better or worse than other people. I'm just kind of me. I feel a deep sense of grief for what I have lost. I haven't lost a ton, right? So that's hard. I've been very fortunate in that aspect. But no. I am an unusual sort of person. Probably. People call me weird, yeah. I take time to understand things more deeply than most people. My wife would say very accurate. It is important to me to be prepared for any emergency. Sure. I distract myself from sad feelings that may arise. So. I often make changes in my life when things get boring. I love boring. I love predictable. So no. I tend to be more optimistic than most people. No. I tell people what I think even if it's hard for them to hear. No. I would rather follow the group than push for what I want. No. But I'm not going to always tell them. You know, it's I would not rather. It doesn't mean I'm going to stand up for myself, but it's not a question of would you follow the group. It's would you rather. I feel most comfortable in organizations with a clear hierarchy. I take measures to protect myself and my loved ones from harm. Yes. I make plans for many years in the future. Again, now that I'm kind of established, I would say it's somewhat accurate. I am an unusually unique person. I mean, sure, people call me weird. We'll just go with that. I dislike trying new methods or procedures. I don't know if I dislike it. I just don't know if I prefer it. Put it in the middle. I focus on my responsibilities and duties. Yes. I read books that help me be more productive or better at what I do. Not a reader. Have not been a reader most of my life. But if I do read, it is nonfiction. I am reading a book called The Creative Act, and it's been really helpful, really eye-opening. So sure, I'll give it a little bit of yes there. I put a lot of pressure on myself to do things right. Yeah. I take the initiative to help other people and make their lives easier. Probably not. I put in the effort to make a good impression. Yes. I set ambitious goals for myself. I am an important member of my social groups. I just feel weird saying yes. Like as a kid, I would organize most things. Hangouts with friends, playing sports, Like, for the most part, if we hung out, it would be at my house. So I would say, because of the role I took in organizing, I'll say yes. It just feels arrogant. I can describe my emotions in a lot of depth and detail. I often feel like an outsider. I don't know if I feel like an again, that's so, like, I feel like I'm bizarre, but I don't feel like an outsider. I find my mind to be a very interesting place. Oh yeah, my mind's quite interesting. Step inside. I am always aware of what can go wrong in any situation. I have many ways of avoiding situations that get me down. I am always up for a new adventure. No. I believe that things usually work out for the best. No. I stand up for what I believe in, even if it upsets other people. Sometimes. Please say sometimes. I let other people take the lead sometimes. I dislike people who disrupt things by breaking the rules. Yeah, in a way. I make alliances with people who can help me stay safe and secure. I don't know if I consciously do that, but probably more often than not. I am often looking ahead towards what is coming next. Probably. I have different interests than most people. I don't say I have different interests. The traditional way of doing things is the best way. Debatable. I am responsible and reliable. Yes. I have a lot of plans for how I can improve myself. I make sure that even small details are correct. Probably not. I enjoy caring for others and their needs. Probably not. I want to be a person that others can look up to. Sure. I push myself to succeed. I make important contributions to my community. No. I rarely have strong emotions. I never feel truly belonging in social groups. No, I feel like I belong. I want to learn as much as I can about how the world works. Yes. It is important for me to understand what can go wrong in a situation. Yes. 2 more pages. Rapid fire. I take steps to ensure I don't feel sad or lonely. Trying new things keeps life interesting. I'm an upbeat person. I usually am the one to take a stand when others won't. Other people have stronger opinions than I do. Probably not. Everyone has a role to play in society and a duty to do their best. Some people are not privileged enough to be in a position where they can always do their best. So that's a very complicated question that could be its own video. I'm concerned with, like, I understand what they're saying. So, like, I'm going to put it I'm going to go with my gut. I understand what they're saying, but I think there are things that are deeper. I'm concerned with protecting what I have. I have a good sense of what my future holds. Yeah, I'm an average person with ordinary likes and dislikes. I try new things just to see if they will work. I have a great deal of willpower. Self-improvement is a major interest of mine. Oh, email were results. And get my results. Okay, here we go. Your Enneagram results. The graphic below shows your scores about your type. This is ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like I'm 6'5". Oh, you can't see it. Mother heck. Hold on. It looks like I am a 6'5". Let's look at the analysis of it. I don't want to unlock my full report. Why is it not letting me unlock my... The dumb thing was going to make me pay $29 for my results. So I had to seek other sources of information. So here we are. Based on my chart, it looks like I am an Enneagram 6 Wing 5. I know a little bit about this in terms of you have like a main number, a main character, which is 6 for me, was the biggest piece of the pie. And then your next one, your wing, is like your minor character, which for me is 5. So I am labeled the Guardian. What is an Enneagram 6 Wing 5, the Guardian? People with Enneagram Type 6 Wing 5 tend to identify most with Type 6, but share traits with 5. They tend to be intellectual, hardworking, and cautious. They are independent, but are loyal to those they support. They are usually more serious and focused than other 6s. I would say it's a fairly accurate description. What's my basic fear? I mean, why would we start with basic fear? Why would we do that? Why would a personality test of someone who already is worried about being cautious? Why would the first thing they say is basic fear? 6s with 5 wings are afraid of losing their guidance and stability. This is often expressed through their skepticism of the world. Amen. Basic desire. They have a strong desire for security, which they tend to show by protecting themselves and others. They seek close and stable relationships. Guardians tend to defend themselves by projecting their own feelings onto others, which can often enhance their distrust of the world. Yes. Let's look at some summaries of them. They seek guidance and support. I think that's accurate. They are hardworking and intellectual. I could work harder. They have a fear of losing their stability. Yes. They project their feelings onto others. I'm trying not to do that. They think logically and analytically. Yes. Strengths. Okay, so they start with strength. They start with fears, but they also then they do strengths. So that's, I guess, good. Every personality archetype has strengths and blind spots. These are often amplified in professional settings where we often encounter diverse groups of people with vastly different backgrounds and value systems. Strengths are as follows: solving problems practically and efficiently. Sure. Focusing on specifics and details? Sure. Ability to work well independently? Sure. Passion for pursuing knowledge? Sure. I think all of these do describe me. Let's look at some weaknesses. Struggling to control negative thoughts. Yeah. Tendency to withdraw from others. Yeah. Difficulty expressing their own emotion. No, I think I can express my own emotions quite well. So I'll cross that one off. Perceived as being cold or aloof. I think I can do a good job of being fake and putting on the small talk face, but I would prefer to be cold and aloof. Give them space to recharge and concentrate while offering them support when needed. Absolutely. Focus on conveying a message clearly and succinctly. Listen to any suggestions and ideas. Sure. Emailing one? Avoid small talk. Instead, be forward and encourage them to share their thoughts. Yes. Is there one that says, don't call me on the phone without a warning? Share feedback constructively. Help them feel secure while giving them specific ways to improve. Focus on expressing yourself logically while offering 6 wing 5 assurances. Work together to problem solve. Yes. Okay. When people experience pain, stress, and dissatisfaction at work, it can usually be attributed to energy draining activities. Therefore, it's important to know what kind of activities energize each personality type. I tend to be motivated by reliable relationships and jobs. Yes. Feeling valued and appreciated. Yes. Advocating for the underdog. Yes. Finding a good solution. Yes. My stress. Oh boy. Stressed or drained by inconsistency or unexpected change, aka teaching. Feeling rejected or useless, aka teaching. Making an unhelpful or misguided decision, aka teaching. Needing to express themselves emotionally. No, I feel okay with doing that, so I wouldn't say that. Teaching was the most stressful and draining job of all time. Enneagram 6 wing 5 jobs. 6s with 5 wings are cautious and focused. They're hardworking. So let's see what it says. Paralegal, professor, ironic a little bit. Chemist, marketing analyst. I would like that. Administrative assistant, web developer, banker, financial assistant, business consultant. Is there anything like you shouldn't do this? Well, this is cool. This is a cool little slideshow, probably generated by AI in some fashion. Yeah. So, it's going to make me take the test just to make sure. So there you go. Enneagram 6 wing 5. I'm sure a lot of you could have predicted that if you know about the Enneagram. And we're going to make the video. The next video that I make is going to be the deconstruction video, the talking about my upbringing. And I got to do it because I know it's important and I want to do it, but I am scared to do it. Oh, but you said you didn't have any trouble expressing your feelings. It's not about the expressing of my feelings. It's about being perceived by a community in a negative light, which we already identified as one of my weaknesses. So hang tight for that. We'll be back soon. I love you all. Good night.